Big collectibles, and we are looking at Ghost Rider issue 1. Look at that cover. Anything with Ghost Rider on the cover is straight bananas. I've got the wraparound cover, which is I think, even doper than this one. But you let me know in the comment section which one you think is better. So we're gonna get into Ghost Rider comic book issue 1. Let's see, is this comic book story good? If you like this type of stuff, if you like comic books, link in the description to join the free Discord and subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is going to be very nostalgic for me to go down and see how this book goes. I think that I'm going to be a little bit biased because I love all things Ghost Rider. So let's get right into it and see if this book is going to be worth our time and money. All right, let's go. So it starts off with Johnny Blaze talking to a therapist, telling her about his headaches or his headache that never goes away. He had a motorcycle accident and his whole life has changed ever since. And the therapist is telling him that it was a deal that she had to report him recently for doing something. She had to call the cops, and it was a deal that they made with the judge. So he's there telling her about his nightmares that he has, him riding the motorcycle, burning up. He wakes up in a sweat, and it's just every night. And so what he does is he drinks, and he says the drinking keeps the nightmares away. So he finds himself drinking a whole lot. And so he's just telling her about the accident that he had months ago and how he had to go through surgery and rehab, but yet he's still having these freakish nightmares and also these hallucinations that he has. You can see there at the bottom panel the neighbor's dog, how it looks all weird like a monster. So it's kind of freaky what's going on with him. Like, he's leaving the therapist, walking home. The cop pulls up on him, kind of like, you need a ride home. I see you don't even drive anymore. You're scared of driving because after the accident. And they briefly mention him, Johnny Blaze, swinging on the cop before and whatnot. So he's got a lot of demons in the closet. And then the cop mentions, hey, I was at your neighbor's house earlier today and a little weird thing happened. The dog she has, Pim Pim? Well, the dog was missing and she found the dog with a snapped neck, bloodied inside her mailbox. You know anything about that? And he's like, no, officer, I don't know anything about that. So again, he goes to the grocery store. He's just seeing weird things. He's seeing things in the mirror, and it's just a really weird experience that he's going through. He rolls up on some church that's in by a graveyard at night, and you see the scar in the back of his head that he got from the accident. A third eye appears from within it. Now, let me ask you, if he goes to the optometrist, does he have to pay extra or is it the same price? I mean, talk about get your money's worth. You get 3 eyes checked for the price of 2. I mean, let me know in the comment section. What do you think about that? I mean, I would definitely love to just go to the optometrist with a third eye just on the strength of seeing his reaction or her reaction when I just show him, hey, you checked these 2, but what about this one back here? Oh, my Lord. So keeping it moving. This right here shows the FBI headquarters where the SHIELD agents have this SHIELD agent in particular, because SHIELD has dissolved. Now they work for the FBI. So she comes in there. She's super weird, right? Obviously, just has a tarantula in her pocket, throws it on the secretary, and goes in there and demands like $500,000 and travel money and whatnot. And that's her partner there standing up. He previously, leading into this portion of the comic book, when she just barged in, he was saying, look, I can't work with her. Like, you got to separate me. This is crazy. And so at the end right here, the FBI boss says, what exactly is it that you do anyway? And what do you need this money for? And she's like, isn't it obvious? I hunt monsters. So you can see here, this is Johnny Blaze with his son, trying to teach him how to ride a bike. He falls and just telling him like, hey, I ride bikes, your grandpa rode bikes. It's all part of it. So this is him at work. He's a mechanic. This is his father-in-law's mechanic shop, and he's telling his father-in-law that I'm having a bunch of weird things happen to me. I don't even know what is going on. And the father-in-law says, you're living the American nightmare. And he's like, no, that's not what I said. I meant to say, I said you're living the American dream. So he's hearing things that people are really not saying. So now in this town, Hayden Falls, you've got this dude walking into town. He sees a baseball game going. This little kid is arguing with another little kid about it being a foul ball or not. And he hands him the ball and kind of puts him in a spell, and says, why don't you show him really what you can do with that baseball bat? And the kid goes to town, hitting the kid over the head repeatedly with the baseball bat. So you already know this dude is a bad dude, right? So here we go. This is Johnny Blaze again with the psychiatrist, just reminiscing about what his nightmares are about and how he's just having his mind is playing tricks on him. I'm sure many of you know that from the Ghetto Boys from back in the day. Your mind's playing tricks on me. So that means having those hallucinations, those type of hallucinations. His wife is super nervous about him getting next to that bike. She is expressing her concerns to him, trying to get his mind off of things. And this is him just wilding out, Johnny Blaze style, just not being able to just really comprehend what's going on, what's reality and what's not. The therapist is asking him inappropriate questions about his sex life and with his wife, and he's just obviously just bugging out. He just jumps up in a rage and says, no, I'll kill you, to the therapist. The therapist obviously was not even, asking those questions. He wasn't really in reality seeing those things. And he's like, whoa, what just happened? I'm leaving. And she's like, yeah, good idea. You can see the town is in turmoil, but it's all in his mind. Or is it? The town is there's people being murdered. The church is on fire. He gets home like, I don't even know what's going on. Get me a stiff drink quick. And the wife is like, what's going on? Are you good? He hems her up, grabs her, and she's like, yo, you're hurting me. Get off of me. She smacks him, grabs a knife. I mean, things escalate real fast. But luckily, right then and there, there's a knock on the door. Or maybe unluckily. So she goes to the door, checks it out. The weird dude, his name is Zeb, says, hey, here's my card. It's a weird looking card. He grabs her by the wrist. Johnny comes out. Hey, get off my wife. And he's like, whoa. This is not your town. This is not even your wife. This is not reality. This is not what's really happening. All of a sudden, Zeb gets run over by the police car. I mean, talk about your public servant going above and beyond, right? So you got Zeb pinned between the police car and the tree, and Zeb tells him, when you were in the dark, right? When you went dark, Johnny, the world went to hell. Let me show you. And the cop grabs Johnny and says, no. And then Zeb tells him, let me show you the innocents who have suffered while you were away. And they meet hand to hand, and you can see the explosion. And boom, he gets all of these memories, just a quick download, quick information download, just like a la, Matrix, spike in the head. And now he realizes he is the spirit of vengeance. And the huge explosion happens. And the people in the town are like, no, this is not what you want. Stay here with us. His wife comes close. He takes a knife, chops off her fingers, revealing who she really is. And he throws his ring into the fire, and boom, you see that huge explosion. This is a very long comic book. It's over 40 pages. A typical comic book is like 20. So this is twice the length. So we're going hard here. We're going hard. You see him just literally turning into the Ghost Rider in those panels. And that's it right there. Officially, the Ghost Rider is back. He puts some hot breath, burns up what was his wife, and I don't, not his wife, what was pretending to be his wife, and now these demons are saying, no, what he'll do to us. And so Ghost Rider's like, who's this person you're referring to that's gonna hurt you? Like, there's nothing compared to what I'm gonna do to you. So he starts wrecking shop on all of them, and he grabs the car that Zeb had left. He grabs that, and he's like, you know what? Let me get the bike. And you can see here, he gets his motorcycle, and he leaves town. And this is how it ends. Whew. And I just want to go back to one panel, the last panel. And then it says, remember, he was telling the psychiatrist that there is no such thing as monsters. And everyone kept telling him to repeat that, the psychiatrist, his wife. And then he ends it with, the only thing that feels certain is this. There is such a thing as monsters. And I'm the worst one of all. What? Look at that. Look at that art. Ghost Rider, I mean, it's just next level. Absolutely fantastic. I like the start of this next issue. Little sneak peek in the next Ghost Rider comic book issue. So, all right, so that's the sneak peek that we can expect right there for the next issue. Let me know what you think of this one. Should we continue? I think it's worthy of at least another read. But you let me know in the comment section what you thought of this one. You know the deal. Good luck in all your collectible decisions. Let them be profitable and dope.